Hello, I'm Sierra.
And I am Adam.
We are married and I'm older than you are. I am just having hit 40 and Adam is 39.
I'm still young and spry in my 30s.
And
yes.
a few years ago, we were encouraged to start a blog, which we really enjoyed doing, but Adam doesn't really like to write. So we thought that instead video may be a better medium for us. So here we are.
Yeah, I have an ego. I like seeing myself on video. It's much better. I like this a lot.
So our first appearance here, we thought it would be kind of fun to talk about how we, when we got our first house last year, kind of divided the ways in which we decorated and handled. So not necessarily like the chores aspect, but more like when making decisions, especially as a couple that met in our early mid-30s, we compromise, but we came up with a better plan when we got this house.
Like an empty house. I mean, there was many decisions to be
Well,
made.
we had lived in a few houses before this. So we had lived in 2 houses together before we lived here. And after having a few test runs, here's what our decision was to do.
Sierra put her foot down immediately and told me I would be doing nothing on the inside of the house. So
Yes.
I took that opportunity to say, that's fine. I'm a gardener. So I was like, I get to do everything outside and I get all outside decisions. And then that compromise seemed to work really well.
It does. So here's why we decided that. I said to Adam, we have lived in 2 homes together now. Have you ever not liked anything that we've had in the house? Because this is what would happen. Let me lay out this scenario for you. No. Many of you women will probably get this. I would come home with something. Maybe I would even talk about it with Adam before purchasing, right? And I would come home with something. It would be a small something. I'd be like, oh, Adam, look at this great thing that I got. Or maybe even, look at this thing that we decided on together that I've put up in the house. And Adam would look at it and go, I hate it. Take it down. I can't deal with this. And I'd be like, let's sit on it for like a couple of weeks. And then like a month would go by and Adam would be like showing somebody around and he'd be like, see that thing over there? That's my favorite thing in the whole house. And I'd be like, yeah, you just said you hated it more than anything so recently. So after that happened many times, I was like, all right, listen, clean slate. This is hopefully going to be our forever home or a very long time home. Let's not have those arguments. I can't take it.
Yeah.
So we came up with this plan. I think it's a great plan. I will say, it kind of has expanded a little bit because I now have brought home a few items for the garden, but like a ceramic sphere type thing.
I feel like you get the okay though. You respect my outside ownership and decisions, and you run it by me. I don't even try to bring anything home. I know better than that.
On the flip side, our house is filled with plants, and Adam is in charge of all plants. Meaning, we'll pick out a plant, and I will be like, here is this plant for this spot in the house.
We will pick out a plant. There's not like you just go and pick plants out.
Well, I don't know how to.
Or
I
I
would kill
just
them
go and
anyway.
pick plants
But
out.
Adam would pick out. We would pick out a plant together, and I would bring it home, and I'd say, "Here's where the plant will live. This looks perfect from a design perspective. I am a designer by profession, so that that's where I go." And like a week later, I'm like, "Where'd the plant go? Why is it over there with all the other plants?" And Adam will be like, "Because that's where the plants actually are alive in the sunshine." So
happy spot, yeah.
He wins on that on the inside. That's where he gets to do it. We have to pause for a second because there is a very disgruntled third piece of our life together right now. Go on, you want to bring her in?
Oh yeah, I grab her. Oh my gosh, world meet Faye Adler. This is our 14-year-old baby.
Yes, 15. Isn't she? But anyway, she's quite old and she's awesome. And I've had her since she was a little baby. She was born in my mom's
Look
house.
at this little doggy here.
I know she was very upset to be left out. So. Okay. Yes. So that is how we have been doing the house. But there have been also part of the arrangement of like the not only like decorating and that kind of thing, but it was kind of the who is in charge of the maintenance. And I help Adam with things outside-ish if he needs it, But Adam started to do some tricky things, like he farmed out the mowing. So when he farmed out the mowing, I declared that then he had to clean the bathrooms and the inside because that is only fair. And the inside of our house is larger than the outside of our house, so that is only fair too. But I am the one that I do all of the coordinating to make sure that, you know, like if the inside, if there's a task that Adam needs to do, I tell him that something needs to be done inside. And on the flip side, I never have to think about when things are watered. I unfortunately do have to remind you when to take out the garbage, but
I forgot to do it today.
not that garbage. I mean, like to the curb, because you can't seem to remember that it's every Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why. It's ridiculous, but yes. So, really, I mean, I asked you like twice. So yes, that is how we do that. But what other outside things? There are a few things though, like windows. Adam's not that great with that outside, so sometimes and not like in a micromanaging way, but like streaks, fuzz on the windows.
I have a backpack blower that
He
love.
does. He has
I
a
love
backpack
that.
blower. Yes, and this summer, sadly, between actual gyms, so we've been having a mini class with my trainer, and some of us have been working out in the driveway. And Adam is very kind to make sure that the driveway is constantly blown free of things. That's
absolutely,
nice. Yeah. So he
absolutely,
keeps that going for us, even though he does not work out in the driveway. It's 100 degrees. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But, you know, so another kind of interesting thing, though, is that I may make the decisions for what goes in the house, but kind of an interesting thing that we also do is that we started a tradition the first year we got married of doing, instead of a Christmas gift, kind of a joint art gift to the house. So every year for Christmas, we pick out a piece of art and build our collection and put it up somewhere in the house. And so we do that together. Now that I say that, I don't think you've picked out all the artwork.
No, but you know what I enjoy about that? Is
What?
that we get to design our house together. You let me make some decisions, and we get lovely bonding time together. We do like East Austin studio tours.
That's a really
we
cool thing.
find out other art exhibits that
Yeah.
we can go to.
Yeah. I mean, we live in a city that has a large art presence, so that is a cool benefit. We are very lucky in that. And everything that we have bought so far has been, I think, a local artist.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
Support local.
That one right there. And they're all pretty big. We have done mostly photographs. Last year, though, we bought one painting, and then we liked it so much that we actually bought another one that goes with it. So we bought
Absolutely.
two. Well, and then there were a few. Yeah. But we also had just moved into this house, so that's kind of why. But do we put ourselves in situations where we have to compromise, or did we just make it so that we kind of take the argument and compromise out of it?
How so do you mean?
Like, we never have a problem of fighting over furniture coming into the house because I just say, Adam, this is my domain and you're not allowed to say anything, which is hilarious because when my mother-in-law visits, even now, she'll be like, no, Adam, that goes in the house. You're not allowed to make that
It makes
decision.
sense that you make these decisions. When you met me, I had a bed, a bed on the floor,
Yeah.
a bag, and a television. So, like,
Yeah.
what do
Yes,
I know
sir.
about furniture and where it goes anyway?
And professional designer, so yeah.
Yeah, it's silly for me to make these decisions. And then, amazingly, when we choose things together, art or whatever it may be, we both
We have similar
go
tastes.
in.
We do.
we get it done quickly, and when something pops at us, it's usually we both agree on it immediately, or we like it for a moment, and then together we're like, no, that's terrible. We were even looking.
And I will say that there have been times, like when we got married, we ended up, we eloped. There are many factors that were involved in that decision, and it was a great decision. But the great thing about that was that we had put some money aside for the wedding that we ended up putting towards furniture when we moved in together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we bought like a king size bed, like the frame and the mattress.
You picked most everything that day, and somehow
no.
I won on the bed pick.
No, listen to how this went. This was great. So I came to the relationship with a lot of furniture because I've been collecting furniture since I was like 20. I love furniture. But when we were planning other things we were going to buy, because we were renting a house and we were each coming from our own apartments. So we saw the house, we kind of knew the measurements, we knew, we had money set aside, so we knew kind of the ballpark of things we wanted. So I, for example, went online and went to stores and researched, and there were bedside lamps. I mean, I looked at thousands. I looked at every single lamp.
Sneaky seed
And
planting
then,
right
no,
here.
and then I said to Adam, okay, here are the 3 lamp choices. You choose which one you want. And Adam was like, I chose the lamps. Didn't I do such a good job? I mean, he chose the lamps out of the 3 that I got down from thousands, but he chose the lamps. But that was how we used to do it. And I will say that that was good. But like, I bought the chair for our bedroom, didn't even really consult you. I kind of sent you a picture, but I didn't ask if you
That's
liked
just
it.
a good chair. You did good on that. You did
But
good.
now and that's like what I was saying earlier. I was like, listen, you've liked everything that I've brought into our home so far, so I don't want to have to run it by you anymore.
We
Wait,
bought
are you not feeling
a
that?
dinosaur together, and I came home one day, and it was green. It was like dinosaur colors, and Sierra painted it gold, and I was irate.
awesome.
And this is now one of my favorite things inside our house.
That was one of the things. I was like, why are you painting the dinosaur? I'm like, because it's ugly, and now it's awesome. And gold dinosaurs are a big part of my design life, so I was like, it just makes sense. And it's fabulous the way it is, and he loves it so much. So we used to have like a lot of arguments like that. He would really argue me on all sorts of things.
Yeah, push back a little bit with your wife. She's the boss. Everybody in my life, and I know that. So, you know, I got to push back once in a while.
Yeah. But that is,
That's it.
well, that is kind of how we divide and conquer on house and home.
Decision making.
Well, not all decision making, just for decorating.
Yeah. It looks lovely in here.
But for now, I'm Sierra.
I'm Adam. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next week.